Oh man, this is about to be a journey and a half. If you take a look here, we've got every single Star Wars movie and show lined up, the ranking system beside it. About a year and a half ago, I ranked every single Star Wars movie and show, but I feel like I didn't give a accurate or fair enough rating as they weren't fresh in my mind. I was just going off the top of my head with what I remembered. I'm deciding to go in a chronological order here. So we're going to be starting off with pain, and we're going to be ending with pain. I gave myself one skip, meaning I could skip over one movie or show entirely. Now, I don't want to hear any whining or complaining. That's how it's going. There's a lot here I still have to go through. Missing one thing it's not gonna change much of anything. And I think I'm doing everybody a favor. We're skipping over Resistance. 100%. I was battling between that and the Acolyte. I think it's safe to say they're both really, really bad, but there's a lot of comedic gold in the Acolyte that I can laugh at and make fun of. A lot of pain in there, a lot of pain and suffering, but I feel like at the end of the day, nobody watched Resistance, and I don't think anybody cares. To be honest with you, nobody's watching Skeleton Crew either, and nobody really cares. That's just the current state, especially after the absolute rock bottom Star Wars hit with the Acolyte. The scale on the side here is pretty simple. From the dog water rating, to trash, to bad, to meh, to mid, to okay, good, great, amazing, and king. There can only be one king. Only one can go there. I already have it in my mind which one is going to go there, but it will go there when we get to that section of film. There's going to be a lot of bad, especially in things like the early seasons of Clone Wars, things like the sequel trilogy, a lot of the New Republic area here as well. It's going to be a little brutal to get through, but there is a lot of good in there as well, which I'm excited to rewatch. And maybe I'll have some new opinions on things like Andor and Rogue One. I have a strong feeling I'm probably still not going to like Kenobi. We are starting off with the Acolyte, though. We are going to get it out of the way in chronological order. It is the first to come, so we will have to watch that one first. All right, here we go. That's just awful. It's just so bad that there's no crawl or anything. It's just text on the screen. Oh, here we go, man. This is just going to progressively get worse as the show goes on. That's the only thing I remember from the show, to be honest with you. That and the fact that there was a beaver that got misgendered or something like that. And Kiadi Mundi showed up at one point in time, which made no sense at all.
Yes, my child.
Oh,
Attack me.
wow.
I appreciate your courage, young warrior. I have no quarrel with you.
Attack me, Jedi.
The dialogue was absolutely horrendous. Absolutely atrocious, man. And she just watched all of that go down without doing a single thing. She didn't intervene at all. Man, she's attacked numerous people in the bar, almost killed her. She still hasn't pulled out the lightsaber yet. It's just ridiculous. Still hasn't pulled out the lightsaber yet.
You.
Here to kill you.
Doing a piss poor job at it. Oh my god. The fucking daggers are so incredibly stupid. The Jedi Master getting outmatched like that, no chance, man. I just want everybody to remember that she dies to this tiny little blade, this little dagger that got thrown at her. I just want you to all remember that when we get into things like Kenobi and Ahsoka later. The consistency is going to fall apart very quickly with Disney Star Wars, and it starts with this show here, and it continues with things like Kenobi and beyond. Just flops over. And the best part is they used Trinity so much in the trailers to promote this show, and they kill her off in the first 7 minutes. It's wild, man.
Good morning, Pip.
Whoa.
What is taking so long? Activate the shield immediately.
You hear them talking like this, and then we're gonna go watch Phantom Menace, and they're gonna sound completely different, and it's just ridiculous, man. They thought it was, I guess, racist or something for them to have an accent. The campfire. Just the literal campfire. Nothing like fires in space.
Only droids may perform outer.
It just sounds like a really bad dub. Like an incredibly piss poor ADR job. They got 230 million, and that's what the costume design is. A couple white robes and some cheap Spirit Halloween face paint.
Your village all died in the fire before Master Soul brought you into the Jedi. When you were...
Leaving the Jedi was the hardest thing that I've ever done, but it was my decision.
Ah, it's not the first time we're gonna hear that either in this entire series. Look at them just taking things from Ahsoka when she left the Jedi Order. It wasn't an easy thing to do. It wasn't an easy decision.
You're making a mistake.
I'm making a mistake by watching this again. The fucking... Oh my god, the Microsoft Word font. Like,
I see fire.
the fucking alien can't even close his eyes. Yep, that's an alien. Just shave her bald and paint her green. Like, not even contact lenses or something. Not even a slightly different prosthetic in the face or anything. It's just a person in a green paint. You look at anything in this show, you have to remember they had 230, most likely more than that, $1 million. This is a big budget for a show.
Yes. I have faith in the Jedi.
She has faith in the Jedi, but they just wrongfully imprisoned her.
Give me a hand!
And they didn't even help her. What was the point of that? Why? Is she stupid? Why? Oh my god. She was literally told they put it on him to subdue him because he's an aggressive and violent person. It's really stupid. Like, incredibly stupid. The ship is hurling towards the planet. And instead of just taking the pod and escaping, you go to save the violent criminal that has been subdued on purpose. And you try to save him. It looks like AI. Oh, this makes no sense. So somebody kills a Jedi Master, and instead of an escort bringing them back, like actual other Jedis going and capturing her and bringing her back, which they did, they just send her on a droid transport. Not a single guard or other Jedi or person to watch over. A droid-piloted ship with one singular droid warden who can unlock the door. A bunch of violent criminals that one of them had to be subdued with a parasite to make him relax. A bunch of violent criminals and not one actual guard on the ship. And it was all of that just for them to end up in the same place they would have realistically ended up if they just stayed in prison anyway. My god. Oh, that does not look good. And I don't mean because the ship has crashed, I just mean the CGI. That did not look very good. And this is actually going to be funny because we're going to have a direct comparison of Star Wars from this year and Star Wars from 25 years ago. And you're going to see a direct comparison of CGI, acting, dialogue, everything. And in almost every single aspect, it is better 25 years ago. And the CGI has held up and looks better than most things do in the show. I can see the seams on the robe, too. They just look cheap. They look like dollar store robes, man. Oh, I forgot there's gonna be all those flashback moments and flashback episodes. Oh, no. They look completely different and they're supposed to be identical twins. Literally, all of this could have been avoided if they just went on the prison transport and defended it. This show has, like, no concept of distance or time or anything. The ship crashes, they fly over to the planet where the ship crashed. Osha would have been long gone, and it's like they're just 2 or so minutes apart from each other, like they're just missing each other. Oh yeah, they're right beside each other this entire time. So the show's already breaking its own logic. Said a Jedi doesn't pull out their weapon unless they're ready to strike or prepared to kill. But Yord pulled out his lightsaber as a way to light up the cave they were walking through. One episode, and so much has already contradicted itself. So much doesn't make sense.
Kills the dream.
Oh my god, what a dumpster fire of a fucking show. I'm gonna say this a lot with this show, but I don't know how they sat there, approved this, something that needed to see the light of day. Kathleen Kennedy cried tears of joy and excitement at the script. It is the lowest rated piece of Star Wars media of all time. Lowest rated, most despised, easiest to pick apart, and we're just one episode in. $230 million. Alright, episode 2, Acolyte, we're wasting no time, let's get into it.
Last night, a Jedi was murdered on Ueda.
Wait, they actually do a last time on this show? Does this show really need a last time on? I mean, not much really happened. Oh, something looked really off about that. Oh my god. Bad rotoscoping on the blue screen on the door there, the energy shield. I remember this. This is the guy who just self-deletes. Man, why does she gotta do that? Why does she gotta do that? Attack me with all your strength.
You must be a pilot then.
No, I'm a mechanic.
I thought that only our 2 droids did the out-of-ship work.
I'm better company than a droid, and way more flexible.
She has escaped once before.
You still think she killed Indara?
May would not have the training to defeat a Jedi Master.
Osha hasn't trained in 6 years.
Let's say this twin theory holds true. We could be working together.
Don't let fear affect your judgment.
Oh man, they just make the Jedi bumbling idiots. Like, it's just unbelievable. She already tried to escape once, she already made that quite clear. And she was literally trying to run away. Oh, Chimera. Oh no. It's all coming back.
Oh, hey. Hey.
I need you to make me a poison.
And if you think a sleeping monk is tough, good luck defeating a Wookiee.
And I will kill one of them without a weapon and please the master.
I can totally see why people right away thought that Chimera was the bad guy, the main villain behind all of this, the main Sith master or lord or whatever he wants to call himself in this. He knows way too much. He knows how to make this poison. He knows how difficult it is to fight a Wookiee. He knows all of this stuff. Why would he know all of this? They did a really bad job at hiding that. They made it quite obvious. And he straight up says, "Did you kill the guy?" Like he's excited about it. And he's bad-mouthing the Jedi openly as well. This is this guy's first, like, actual role in English, from what I've gathered from this. And from other things, so... From what I hear, Soul is, like, the one character that most people cared about, slash, was pretty much the only reason they continued to watch it.
Someone spotted a hooded intruder and alerted me.
To speak with Master Tobin, please.
So, it's wild, right? A Jedi Master was just killed. Meaning, other Jedi Masters could possibly be at risk. Soul, at least, has an idea of who it could possibly be. They know it's not May, it's Osha, or whatever. If it's not Osha, it's May. One of the twins. They know possibly who it is. They know she's going around killing Jedi Masters. They know about Torben. There was a hooded intruder last night, or the night before, or whatever, and there's nobody guarding Torben, still. Yes, he's got the force field or whatever, but there's still nobody there watching him, just in case. They know all of this is going on and could possibly happen. Nobody's been alerted throughout the Republic, or the High Republic. Leslie Headland has just made the Jedi incredibly incompetent and stupid.
Right here, right now.
Yeah, and then he just offs himself. He's just dead. He wakes up, says forgive me, and croaks. Yord, why didn't you pop out earlier then? What are you
His
doing?
master was dead when we arrived.
Why would Master Torben kill himself?
I fucking can't, dude.
That's not our regular guy.
Better take Jedi Abitus' word for it.
If he's May's accomplice, we can send her in. She can talk to him. We can record and monitor the conversation.
Are you okay? Did the poison work?
That's it. That's all we need.
Let's pull her out.
Wait!
You killed Torben without the poison. He will be so pleased.
No, I used it.
It's such a giveaway that he's a bad guy.
My thing, this is her. I didn't know what she was going to do with that stuff.
If you cooperate, we will consider letting you go with a warning.
They had 230 million and they're just using like the same 5 set pieces over and over again.
You killed Indara.
Like, the throwing knives are just ridiculous, man. I don't get this whole hand-to-hand combat thing. Like, he has the Force. He's a Jedi Master. Instead of just arresting her, he's just fucking throwing her around. And Yord's just watching.
My sister is dead!
Osha is alive.
You lie!
In the name of the Galactic Center of the Republic, you are under arrest.
This show is so stupid. They could have just arrested her numerous times by now. Just use the Force. You stopped her dead in her tracks with the Force already. In the ship, up above, massive spotlight, loses her in a small dust cloud. She could end it all right there. She could end it all right there. Doesn't do it.
But we know where she's going next. We must
We
move.
don't make decisions like this without meaningful discussion, Sol.
Only now they need to strategize. Only now. Not after the first Jedi Master was killed. Only after Torben took his own life. It's actually a shock that she was able to kill anybody and she couldn't even kill him, completely caught off guard. He wasn't even looking at her. But she was able to take on a Jedi Master. 2 Jedi Masters, no problem.
I can make it up to you. Go where? Go far.
I can't believe they let him go too. They had him on recording saying, did you use the poison? Did you kill him? They have all of this stuff. They know he's bad.
He's gone. Come on.
Oh my, yeah, like the Jedi are just goofball idiots, man. It's a classic case of we don't know how to write characters, so we'll just make them all dumb. Fucking Leslie Headland. Jedi Wookiee, I remember everybody was hyped about that too. Everybody was like, man, the Jedi Wookiee's gonna be cool. And then we get 5 seconds of Jedi Wookiee and he dies right away. This is more painful than I remember the first time. And I only made it to the 4th episode. So afterwards, after episode 4, it's gonna be crazy. This next episode, reliving this, is gonna be something. Alrighty, this is the episode that got the power of many to get season 2 canceled. This pretty much solidified this entire show's existence as pure garbage. You thought it was bad in episode 1 and 2. 3 was the cherry on top. Ah, yes. This is the episode. On top of this CGI creature floating oddly on her finger and not being tracked properly, if you were to tell somebody this was Star Wars 25 years ago, they'd probably laugh and say, no, I don't think so. This looks like a Disney princess movie. I would have to say, yeah, you're pretty much correct.
Let it go, May. I don't want to do the ascension. It's just a ceremony.
Oh, it's a ceremony, all right.
Oshi.
What are you doing here? How many times have I told you? It is not safe out here.
I like how Soul having his hair down is considered him being younger.
May we have some spice creams?
Spice in Star Wars, by the way, is a drug. The thread, by the way.
The power of one.
Oh, the power of many.
You will experience the power of many.
It was right under our noses all this time.
Osha, I expect more from you.
The line delivery is fucking horrendous, man. Whew. Some rough CGI, man. There's a lot going on in this episode that is not good. The acting, the line delivery, the quick cuts at the beginning of the episode, the fact that they're supposed to be identical twins but don't look identical. CGI was rough. Some of the shots looked out of focus at times. We have to keep in mind this is $230 million. If somebody told you this was $10-15 million production, you'd probably say, you know what? They did what they could for 10-15 million. But then you find out that it's not the same price as Godzilla minus one. It's like a million Godzilla minus ones. Oh no, guys, here we go. No. Yeah, like this is. If you told somebody this was Star Wars 30 years ago, man, they would say you're on drugs. The thread. The thread. Oh my god. The power of many Star Wars fans crying out as they watch their franchise die. Like, it's gonna be crazy to go into The Phantom Menace after watching this. The tone change, the directing, the fact that it's actual fucking Star Wars, like, the music alone. Like, you get proper Star Wars music. You don't get whatever the fuck this is.
These women are under my protection.
You're trespassing.
Forgive our intrusion. We got this best.
You are trespassing. This just feels like a weird fan fiction narcissist trip of power or something. Like, this whole idea is just, it is cooked beyond levels you could not imagine.
There are no children here.
They have the Force. They can literally sense them.
Where is their father?
They have no father.
That marking, it wasn't there this morning.
You're spying on us?
They want to take our children!
They're clearly aggressive. They're clearly a threat. Not the Jedi, obviously, but the weird coven of witches. It's wacky stuff how they try and make themselves out to be a victim here. But like, especially when they do this.
If you want your Padawan returned to his right mind, I suggest you all leave.
I mean, she's just shown that she's an obvious threat taking over the mind of this Padawan. And they're sitting there trying to make themselves the victim. It's wild.
Bed now.
Bed now.
There are only 4 Jedi. Who would miss them?
There are only 4 Jedi. Who would miss them? Was that an actual line? Where the fuck was she this whole time? Oh my god, man. The power of many's been around for a while, I guess, with this old bitch.
I will stop them. No one's taking me. The Jedi are bad. The Jedi are good.
This isn't about good or bad.
Yes,
This
it
is
is.
about power.
No. It is about good and bad. Good versus evil. That's all Star Wars is about. That's what it's been about from the very beginning. And that's what it's been about the entire time. I'm telling you, man, some of these things just, they don't look right. I don't know if it's the CGI, if it's blurry, if it's like half rendered. I don't know, man. It just looks like they took an asset and plopped it in the middle of a field.
Ow. A spaceship.
How about this next one?
A mountain.
Correct.
That wasn't a mountain.
Did someone tell you to fail this test?
Bro, I think it's a pretty simple fact of the matter that the witch coven, or coven of witches, were crazy, took control of your Padawan with some voodoo magic, and were willing to probably kill him. Like, Torben is gonna take his life 10 years later because of those actions.
I told him I wanted to be a Jedi because I do.
You don't mean that.
I do.
Her line delivery is so wooden. You don't mean that. No emotion in the voice. The power of many brain cells dying while watching this show.
I won't let let you leave. You can't go. We're stuck here now. If you can't stop me, yes, I can. How? I'll kill you.
Oh, fuck, man. This show is just so boring. It is just insane. What is she lighting a fire to? The book? It's stone.
Oh no.
It's the fucking the structure is stone. Doesn't make any sense. They're inside of a mountain, aren't they? Like the entire structure is carved out of a mountain. It wouldn't go up in flames like that. You're telling me May killed the entire... How did that blow up? From the fire in the room? They're in a fucking cave. They're in a literal mountain and the rocks are catching fire.
What have you done?
And the fire is spreading over the rocks. Why didn't you use the force and just grab them from falling? I can't, dude. This show is so shit. This show is so bad. He's just screaming at them, screaming their names. He could have... They're all dead! They're all dead from the fire! This is supposed to be sad, but it's actually just incredibly comedic. The entire place blew up from that small fire. There's zero logic to any of that. The stone caught fire like wood and blew up a massive generator, destroying everything and killing all the witches. Bro, if it was Ahsoka, you could just bring the witches to a medical station and they would have survived.
Mama. Oh my god. We must.
Oh man. You know, I typically do not try to make fun of kid actors. I typically give them a little bit of a pass with a push because most of them aren't the greatest to begin with and have very little experience, but my god, that was brutal. Another just great episode in the books. Wow, I can't believe it. The simple fact of the matter is, Soul could have caught both of them using the Force, but he didn't, and this entire thing fell apart due to a small lamp fire that ignited an entire generator to explode because stone catches fire like wood, I guess? Alrighty, episode 4. Not gonna waste any time. Let's just get right into it. Honestly, I think it would have been better if they just did not tell us the location of every single fucking thing in this half-assed font. They might as well have just left it up for the mystery. It would have made it more interesting. It also could have been written in a way that the Jedi say that they're gonna go to said planet or system to search for whoever, or maybe on like a mission file or uplink or something. Like, we know it's Coruscant. We know this is Coruscant. You don't need to tell us every time you told us it in the first episode.
Thank you. For what? For helping me find my sister, prove my innocence, clear my name.
The show's over then.
I may never have known for certain May was alive. And thanks to you, I've seen her with my own eyes.
This interaction feels so forced and awkward. What the hell was the point of that? They barely talked to each other. Yeah, there's something up with the cinematography. It is blurry.
You went in there and risked your life for my master?
No, I risked my life to help you.
And where is he? There he is. There he is. Way before he should ever be alive. Oh, Kiadi Mundi. The fact they had multiple times to capture her and they just let her go. A dust storm. A little bit of dust. You gotta love that Kiadi Mundi is just secretly conspiring against the Jedi this entire time. They just added more dots to her face and a little bit darker spots on a couple features of her face. Yeah, like, the whole fact that Chimera just tags along, it's just so obvious he's bad. Like, he is the bad. He knows so much about your master wants this, your master does that, and May just follows along blindly. I don't even know why they would let Osha out of their sight in the first place. They look exactly alike. Probably caused a bit of an issue when trying to find the actual person.
If you come, they will allow us both to go. I don't want May to get hurt.
Ah, don't misgender my little beaver friend. My god, what an atrocious fucking asset.
What's that? That's Basil. Is he or they with us?
It's just such a waste of time. Like, this is fucking wild, man. This is just a brutal fan fiction. A fever dream. Like, Leslie Headland wrote this, and they directed it, they approved it. It baffles me.
How do we find him?
We have a tracker.
My god, man. Say it ain't so. The little beaver fuck on this massive jungle planet is gonna track down one Wookiee with a piece of his robe from however long ago. You gotta love that every one of the Jedi Masters involved with this act went rogue and just fucked off. The act of May burning down her own family's place, which once again doesn't make any sense that the rock lit like pieces of wood. A mountain, a literal mountain igniting up like tissue paper. And they all went into hiding. They all became rogue former shells of themselves. And Torben self-deleted because of it. To be fair, none of them are at fault. Especially not even Torben. Torben was a Padawan, and he got taken over by one of the crazy witches because they wanted to do a test on their daughters for Force abilities. Yeah, maybe just don't touch the weird fucking growth on the tree, please. Like,
I was able to sense that creature. But I disturbed it. And now it's dead.
oh, this is just Leslie Headland's diary in video form. Oh, it's a therapy session for her.
I'm gonna find you more water.
Like, through all of this, she doesn't even bother to ask or anything. Like, what does he want out of this? But he's just willing to tag along for the ride and do everything and go get her water and all of this. Like, whatever, man. He wants her to succeed in her journey so she can become the Sith apprentice.
I don't need to do this anymore. I don't need to kill a Jedi without a weapon. I don't need to keep this deal.
What? The Jedi will put you in prison.
Not after I tell them who I know.
No, they're gonna put you in prison because you killed 2 masters. This is such a stupid plan. Just every character is dumb. She's murdered 2 Jedi masters and threatened one's life multiple times. And she's just like, oh, they're just gonna take me in after I tell them everything I know. And they're just standing there, yep. Wouldn't it be hilarious if Kalnaka just self-deleted as well? Are you fucking for real? Wait, I was joking. He's dead. He's already dead. Is it Kymir that got him? Dude, that's like the one thing people were like actually hyped for, was to see a Jedi Wookiee, and he's dead. Doesn't even do a single lightsaber maneuver, duel, like saber lock, nothing, man. He's just fucking dead in a chair. $230 million. I really don't have any words for that. I pretty much said everything I had to say during that episode while it was going through. The next episode, from what I remember, is just a pure... I actually don't remember much of this show at all. I think maybe the first time I watched through, I maybe skipped over more of it than I watched initially. It is not good, and the next episode is going to be a pure combat episode, just pure action. And it's pretty bad as well. Alright, getting into episode 5 now. They still do the episode, like, previous on the episode that just happened. Nothing really happens in the episodes for them to really warrant that, but they do it anyway, still. And this is the, what is it, cortosis? This is when everybody was like, cortosis, what the fuck is that? I actually stopped watching on the 4th episode. I watched a review for this episode and just didn't bother going on any further. So this episode Beyond is all essentially new to me, even though it's been out for whatever. I know most of it has been spoiled, but people are hyped up about this lightsaber fight, and most of it is behind trees. You can't even see any of it. In the dark, behind trees. Yeah, it's just so fucking stupid. Like, all of it is just blocked by trees. And they do it on purpose. Like, you finally get a little bit of action, and the action you get, it didn't even last more than 4 minutes. 4 fucking minutes. I think there's like 1 or 2 more lightsaber fights. I'm just using those George Lucas jump cuts very poorly. That's another thing. Soul was probably just watching back the whole time as his entire squad got murdered. And those trees fell the wrong way off the... Never mind. I'm not even gonna bother. Oh my god. Alright, I had to take a quick couple-minute break there to stretch. The fucking show has been killing me already. Basil! Return of Basil! What a little fuck.
Sol gave me an order. Osha.
Yord, you got your ass absolutely handed to you, buddy.
I sense something familiar. You carry a Jedi weapon, but you are no Jedi.
I find it hard to believe that Sol would not know about the Sith. Okay. Once again, you're a fucking Jedi. Pull out your lightsaber. This hand-to-hand combat shit is just stupid. Like, yes, use the Force. There you go. The stone. The stone that got lit like pieces of wood. I'm not letting that go. That was actually stupid. She tried to kill her sister with a torch. An oil torch lantern wizard thing. And burned down the mountain. And I'm sorry, even if there were little pieces of wood and furniture within that, it wouldn't have lit the entire mountain on fire. Stone surfaces and everything. Like, it just... The fact that they all died as well. The whole thing was comedic as fuck. This guy's used his lightsaber more as a way of light, to light the area around him, than an actual weapon for combat. This show actually could have been 5 episodes. They could have cut this down significantly. There is so much time wasted. There's a lot not adding up here. The fact that a Padawan would be able to go up against a Sith Lord like that after he killed 5, 6 Jedi Knights, Jedi possibly even Masters, whoever, and Kalmanka, and whatever her name is right there, little Padawan standing up against him after he killed 7 other people. That's wild in my opinion. The May, when she fought May, yeah, that's a fine matchup. That makes sense. But the Sith Master, Sith Lord, he's shown he's quite efficient at killing people. So I don't really buy the fact that whatever her name is, Jackie or Jack or whatever, would be able to hold her own there.
Coward.
What the fuck was that?
Going to betray me.
What the fuck was that little jump scare as he's floating towards her? His soul was just swinging his lightsaber around in circles there for no reason. They like take turns attacking almost, and they wait. They do a lot of waiting.
Follow me.
Like, it was just so obvious from the get-go when he made the poison and was along with the process of May the entire time, telling her, your master or my master has pleased with this process or progress. And I don't know, man. It was so on the nose every time he spoke. The way he even looked at OSHA and said, "You look so much alike." People use the Force when it's convenient. I find that kind of funny.
You attacked me while my back is turned? Not very Jedi of you.
You killed like 7 or 8 Jedi. Who fucking cares at this point about even bringing you in?
What do you want?
Freedom. Without having to answer to Jedi like you.
Oh man, the Cortosis helmet, and he gets tossed aside like a piece of trash. So OSHA just got Yord killed, because if they would have just went to the ship and left, or went for security and safety, or called for the Republic's safety or help, which by the way, none of them have fucking done at any point in this series at all. They've refused it. So it's actually wild. It really should not be this way. The Jedi were only making bad decisions in the prequels due to the power of Sidious and clouding of judgment. There is no power here. There is no clouding of judgment to be had. This guy isn't even that strong of a Sith Lord when you compare him to Palpatine. This guy murdered your entire squad. You're just gonna let him go. You're not even arresting him. Game over. He's just gonna pick up his lightsaber and you're gonna fight him. He gets taken away by bugs. What is this cut? They weren't even standing anywhere near this location before.
They've brainwashed you. They've turned you against me.
It's like a really bad fan fiction parody. Like there are like fan-made movies and films that absolutely crush this in every aspect.
You're a criminal, May. Leave Soul out of this. He stole you from us.
May is like just bipolar, needs to go to therapy, wants to kill her, then didn't want to kill her, actually wanted to turn herself in, then wanted to reconnect with her sister, and now wants to kill her sister again. This is Leslie Headland's writing. She wrote this. My god, man. Oh, man. That was killer. They really thought they had something there, didn't they?
Saul, are you alright?
Where is she?
Soul just looks like he woke up from a very hard acid trip. I find it crazy that they are not rushing to report this at all. We're now talking 2 Jedi, 3 Jedi Masters, and a handful of Knights and Padawans, all dead. Fucking, like, why couldn't they have just cut that scene out? Did they really need to put that entire thing in? Could they not have cut it up and put it into 2 different scenes quickly and get more to the point? Like, this is what I mean. Every single one of these episodes are about half an hour long and it feels like nothing happened. This episode, something happens because it was a big fight episode where everybody dies. Another one in the books. Wow, they're really not selling themselves. They're not building a good case for themselves when they say that they have people who can create Star Wars, that they're on a good level with writing. They have a strong team with a vision there at Lucasfilm. I'm going to say it again. 230 million plus whatever the marketing is for this as well. I haven't even considered that in yet. Typical marketing campaigns anywhere from 80 to 150 million. So this project could easily be upwards of 300 million for all we know. Disney's just not giving us the official numbers because they really don't have to. Alrighty. Here we go. Episode 6. This is gonna be quite the time editing this. I can't wait to rewatch all of this again. Starting off with the Acolyte, then the Phantom Menace, the Attack of the Clones, then the Clone Wars, the 03 to 05 series, then the movie, then the show, which is 8 seasons, 7 to 8 seasons, I think. That's gonna take the longest, getting through that. That's probably gonna take literal months. Yeah, and this is the problem with this show once again. No proper telling of time. They just fucking teleport everywhere. Unknown planets. So what's the point of even putting the text up? You might as well have just left it blank. That ship looks terrible. It just plopped in there. Like, where did the money go for this movie? Or for this show? The ship looks so clean. Like, it's barely lived in. Shiny, polished, brand sparkly new. Yeah, I think I'll agree with people, I guess. Soul is the best character of the show, but we're setting a pretty low fucking bar here. Like, one of the lowest bars I have ever come across. This is a bar you can't limbo under. That was like the one scene that you actually had a bit of emotion. You actually had something there. One little scene of Soul pounding his fist and getting upset. And then it just cuts right back into Basil being a little fucking... Did they think they had a Baby Yoda 2.0 here or something? He just serves no fucking purpose. He really doesn't. He's just running around being a little fuck. Oh, I remember this scene. I specifically stopped watching the show after episode 4, and then this scene hit, and specifically came back to cover it because people were arguing like crazy over it. I mean, rightfully so. It's so fucking weird, man. It's the beginning of a very bad porno.
How does it feel?
How does it feel?
You're not gonna join me. I'd like to put my clothes back on.
Absolutely wild, man.
Am I supposed to be your prisoner?
Prisoner? You're the one with the weapon.
You just played the Uno reverse card.
Master and pupil?
I can't wait to watch Attack of the Clones, and you get that opening sequence of the Royal Naboo cruiser coming in. Just stomps every single one of these space shots. 23 years old. That movie is going to be 23 years old. And the budgets are pretty much on par, more or less. I don't buy for a second that Soul wouldn't be able to notice a difference between May and Osha through the Force. They grew up in completely different areas. Osha was literally trained. Osha was there in the temple, trained. Who the fuck is that rat?
Why'd you bring me here?
Why do you think?
Leverage?
Everyone does seem to want you. I'd start swimming if you want to make it to the ship before sundown. Or you could wait for the tide to go out. You hungry?
The Basil again? He's always in like the same base animation, hands out in front of him like a beaver. Fucking... This guy sucks, man. Ew. Oh, that's gotta be a reference to something from Leslie Headland's past. That just feels so AI to me. So you're gonna sit here and tell me that Osha is now gonna swap sides? That's all they've been doing this entire show, just they keep switching back and forth from good and evil.
I killed those who threatened my existence.
You killed Yord.
A man who didn't hesitate to turn you in for a crime you didn't commit. Why do you love people who can only go so far? Who can't go as deep as you can?
I'm not my sister. I'm not that easily corrupted.
Aren't you forgetting something? You stayed here to do something.
A Jedi doesn't attack the unarmed.
Why do you still think of yourself as a Jedi? They didn't want you.
It's not true.
Just turn it on and end the show, please. Do us all a favor.
Let me go.
What you're feeling right now, this anger, this pain, this is who you are.
They didn't throw me away.
Then why aren't you a Jedi?
They didn't throw me away.
Because I failed!
Why are the lightsabers so large, man? What the fuck? They're huge! Why is the hilt so massive? What are they doing there? She can barely hold that. Look at her hands! I didn't notice how big it was until she was holding it up against his head.
Mog.
Mog?
Our team is
Mog
ready
or
to
Muck?
20.
What the fuck is this guy's name?
These casualties are due to the planet's uncharted environment. You
I
don't
need to handle this personally. I hope that is all right with you.
They really have to put the scene in? What the fuck is this shit, dude? Mog looks like he needs to lay off the Fent carts or something, bro.
I ran a diagnostic. Had to restart the system. Should be 5 minutes or so.
How could I not have sensed that villain's true intentions?
How can you not sense that that's not actually OSHA?
When you really want something, it can cloud your mind. He's okay now.
I noticed the way you take care of him, love him, even though he's just a machine.
I've always been like that, even when I was little.
Just so wooden. There's no emotion. She's just the same facial expression.
told me
She's
everything
not
that happened
saying
on
anything differently. There's no fluctuation in the pitch of the voice. She's like, there's nothing going on behind those eyes, man.
Is anybody there? Can you hear me?
Identify yourself.
My God, bro. Get it over with.
Master Soul, the rescue team is on their way.
It took them way too long to realize that. Like, way too long. The Jedi Masters are all just incompetent. Like, every single one of them. It's a shock that the High Republic even functions. And look at that! They appear within 2 seconds! They just got on the ship to leave. And they get there within fucking minutes, dude. Look, there's Mog.
Did you give the same pitch to my sister?
I made a mistake with May. I thought she wanted what I want.
What is going on? This is just the dumbest thing ever. They both know they're not on the same page. They're actively trying to, or were trying to kill each other before. Oh, man. Man, Soul had the opportunity to end it all. He could have just killed him when he did not have his weapon. All those opportunities to use the Force when they didn't. And this green thumb of a thing is just angry all of a sudden, even though she's the very reason all this happened as well. I forgot about that stupid shit.
You don't think Master Soul was responsible?
That is quite the accusation.
Who else would possess the power to slay such a strong group?
Something to tip the scales.
But if he did this, why would he send us a distress signal?
It's time to get back to the ship.
Why has nobody contacted anybody in a higher position of power? They just left the fucking bodies there. They were just like, we're preparing for burial. I'm just gonna leave them. Even Soul was like, yeah, my entire squad died. I'm just gonna leave them there.
You and I are going to talk. I've had 16 years. Think about what I would say to you if I ever got the opportunity. So you're going to listen.
And that's the end of that? Oh, okay. I thought it was the end of the episode. How much more time do we got in this dumpster fire of episode 6? We're almost out of here. Gonna finish off this whole series tonight. Might as well. She was crying about how Hymir killed her and all of her friends and everybody she knew. Yord, Jackie, fucking whoever else was in that group of Jedi Knights. A strong group of knights, said Mog. And now she's gonna put on the helmet. Oh, that was such a lame ending. I can't even believe this is what we've gotten to. Slowly but surely knocking him down. We got 2 more. I mean, the show just gets worse. Right? The writing is awful. The characters are so inconsistent. They're bipolar. I don't even know what to think of them at this point. Osha and May could be the exact same character for all we know. They might as well be. There might as well be no twin. They might as well have just been only one of them. The whole idea that this show got... Somebody sat there and went page after page and was like, this is it, man. We got some fucking gold here.
I want to be a Jedi Mama.
I want to be a Jedi Mama. Alrighty. This is episode 7. The Power of Many. I'm gonna be real here. Imagine being a Jedi and you get put to picking shit out of the fucking creek. That'd be a pretty boring job. Like, this is a pretty boring show. That's the best thing they have to write about these 4 Jedi.
And there's no one here, and if we were going to find something, we probably would have found it by now.
The power of many is too weak to be found by 4 Jedis.
We are looking for our virgins. Nothing could be more important to the Jedi.
Is this the best technology they have? I don't know, man. This feels very primitive for Star Wars, doesn't it? We're just watching the same episode over again. This is exactly what... They literally could have just put episodes together into longer episodes and it would have been a shorter series. They still could have put all this garbage in. We're just rehashing the same thing over again. I forgot that we would see her again. Her line delivery is so wooden. What are you doing out here? I can respect Soul. I can see, like I said earlier, I could see why people like his character the most. But you're not really comparing too much here. A lot of these characters aren't very good. You know, who are you gonna choose from? Yord? Basil? You think Basil's the best character? I bet a lot of people probably thought Basil was the best character. Yeah, I honestly fail to see how this burnt down. It is pure. It is pure mountain and stone. Oh, man. Like, it is wild. A little fire, a little lantern fire caused all of it. Man, we're literally just watching the same episode over again.
But I insist. Come with me.
I'm going in alone.
Master, we must escort you.
It's too risky to go in as a group.
Bro, completely underestimating the witches. I mean, we saw in the episode earlier, she literally took full control of Torben. Full control of him. Brought him to his knees. It's literally just rehashed the same shit. We're gonna watch the same argument unfold again.
You're trespassing. Forgive our intrusion.
You are trespassing.
I find that hard to believe. You've traveled so far only to become trapped on this planet. You are a strong and good Jedi. And good Jedi. Do you wish to escape this planet? Do you wish to escape this planet? Do you wish I can help you? I can help you. Do you wish to escape this planet? You wish to return to Coruscant. Your master denies you.
She's incredibly dangerous. She's manipulating him the whole time. The whole time he is there. And she's trying to say she's innocent.
I want to return to Coruscant.
And there you have it. She possesses him.
Please let me take the test.
And the kid's like, let me go. I don't even want to be with you. Look what you did to Torben. You absolutely annihilated my boy. Yeah, that's game, set, match right there, buddy. This episode just incriminated the Coven of Witches even more. Just made the whole situation even worse the entire time. Like, Torben's in distress now.
That was clever, suggesting we test the girls. Testing the twins is not something we can take seriously.
I feel she's meant to be my Padawan.
And if we're gonna dive a bit deeper, if she's able to manipulate Torben to that level that easily, I would only imagine she's able to manipulate everybody else in the Coven around her that easily, along with May and Osha. So
I believe she wants to live with us.
the power of many. The ship looks the exact same.
Last night before we entered your home, what was everyone doing in the courtyard?
Ascension.
The power of many.
Ascension means Osha and I will lead the coven. That's why I have a marking like Mama.
But your children, how can you become the leaders?
I don't know.
Through the power of many.
Everyone must walk through fear. Everyone must be sacrificed to fulfill their destiny.
You just said everybody must be sacrificed? Did I catch that correctly?
May was instructed to fail.
This could have been one episode, man. What are we doing here? The fact that they had 8 episodes to tell the story, and we're jumping back, like, what, 4 episodes to rehash the same story part? Flashback sequence all over again? Or we're jumping back, like, 3 episodes, 4 episodes, however many it is? Like, this is insane, man. Like, it's all over the place. The only information we gain from it is that Torben was a victim of manipulation.
Or separating them from their coven.
But there's something dangerous about those women. You saw what they were capable of.
You can feel the twins are not safe.
They say that we have interfered too much already.
Will they let us come home at least?
No.
Wait. Their symbionts are the same.
They are twins.
No, exactly the same. This is impossible without some kind of manipulation.
The twins were artificially created. Only a virgins could create that type of power.
Power dense enough to split one consciousness into two bodies?
Oh, man.
Don't you see? We just need proof of a virgin's.
Oh my god, dude, they're gonna paint Torben as the bad guy? Bro, I feel bad for Torben. The guy just wants to go back to Coruscant. Send him back, damn it.
I want to be a Jedi, Mama.
This whole story is so fucked. These cuts are so bad, the story is all over the fucking place. We're watching the same episode over again.
You want to stop Osha from leaving? Stop her. The Jedi will not warn you before they attack. Good girl.
That is so wild. She sent her own child to go kill her sister. Dude, this coven of witches they're insane. They're literally all fucking insane. The kid wants to go and they're refusing to let Osha leave. The leader witch who manipulated Torben brought him to his knees like a demon possession. And now they're going to arms! And she's calling her child to war. Like they're fucking insane. They're a bunch of deranged lunatics. And Leslie Headland probably sat there and went, this is a masterpiece. Oh, they're so brave for fighting up against the Jedi. It is all stone. There is the smallest bit of wood. They're in a fucking mountain. The whole fucking mountainside. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not buying that for a second. It's stone! The ground is stone! The whole structure is stone. Like, the fire spreads all the way down to their generator and it blows up the generator, killing them all.
To be raised by an institution instead of a family.
The twins, where did they come from? How were they created?
I wanted to leave the mountain burning in the past. I wanted to leave it to that episode of the past. But they had to rehash it all over again.
Osha!
Help me.
What the fuck? She turned into a demon.
I was going to let Osha go. It's what she wants.
How is that letting Osha go? You possessed Torben that exact same way with the black eyes, and then you turned into a demon dust cloud. How is that letting Osha go? And that wasn't even Osha, that was May. On top of that, the girl who can't deliver a line to save her life was prepared to attack. Like, the witches, they're just an insane cult. There you have it, man. That small fire blew up the entire... And then she turns into a smoke demon! This is why you guys got killed. She possessed Kalnaka? What the hell? What the fuck is this shit, dude? Alright. I mean, at least we got to see the Wookiee swing a lightsaber. Oh, I don't believe that for a second. I'm sorry, but Torben, you're dead, buddy. Even if, with all your strength, like, the Wookiee is either crushing his skull or he's slicing right through him. There's no shot that Torben actually lives. Yeah, like, right there, the Wookiee just kicked through the fucking wall of concrete. So not only did they possess Torben, they possessed Kalnaka as well, showing that they are an extreme threat. These witches are a massive threat. They're all an insane death cult. All the Jedi wanted to do was test to see if they were Force sensitive or not. He uses the Force to hold them up, instead of using the Force to fucking just grab them. He uses the Force to... Why doesn't he just grab them? Like, that's crazy, man. That's...
After everything this little girl has lost tonight, you take away her dream as well. Before you throw yourself at the mercy of the Council, ask yourself why you made this choice.
They started a fire.
She did. She did. They're acting like that's a lie. They're acting like that is a lie. The crazy psycho witch mother told May to go and kill her sister. Literally told her to. Alright guys, this is the final episode. Thank God, we're actually about to do it right now. The witch's powers are so dangerous that even Chimere had issues trying to stop it. Chimere's, I guess, considered extremely powerful. I don't know. According to Mog, guy was able to take out a powerful band of Jedi Knights with no issue.
And murdering our mother was justified?
Murdering your mother was justified. She turned into a crazy smoke demon. And I can't believe Soul is this stupid. It's just like the Jedi are just incompetent and dumb. They don't know how to use their resources. They won't even go and contact higher up command. Like Yadimundi knows. He more or less knows that there's a Sith running around. Soul is, he's just an idiot. Get Basil out of here, dude. That's where the money went to. A half-assed CGI asset that looks terrible. Just Basil running around, being a little gopher fuck. This is the big epic finale. Soul chases May through a dust ring around a planet. My God, dude. They just really had to throw Basil in wherever they please. Why couldn't it have blown up on impact? And it just cuts to Coruscant. What the fuck? Oh, it's fucking Rat Mog.
You let him in the control room?
It's like they're trying to be sarcastic, funny, but it's just bad, and they're introducing new characters in the last episode?
How is your stomach?
It's my head, actually. I'm keeping this internal for the moment. I am very close to apprehending the suspect.
Is the suspect a Jedi?
Very close. Thank you for your concern.
You think my campaign for an external review of the Jedi is a personal vendetta?
If you want my honest opinion, yes.
Maybe there should be a review of the Jedi, because you guys are clearly not able to do your job. I can't believe how they wrote the Jedi in this entire season. They're writing them to be bad guys, as if their actions are not justified. Leslie Headland has also wrote the Jedi in this show to be just incredibly stupid. That's pretty much all she's good for, using the Force to open doors. She hasn't done anything else in this show, other than give a half-assed look and just exist. No emotion, terrible line delivery, bad acting. This guy's hair is pissing me off. I don't know what it is about it. Back to the AI animals on the planet.
They made that deal without even thinking.
This is just slop. Just absolute slop. I feel like nothing has happened. Oh my God, I fucking forgot about this. I forgot about that. They just throw Darth Plagueis in. They had to put Basil sniffing and looking. This is what we're getting to, man. The final episode. Mog running around looking like a crackhead. This bitch not changing her facial expression at all. Alright, well, wherever they're going, they're gonna get there in 5 seconds because they don't know the concept of time or space or distance or just anything. I don't think they understand the concept of writing a good show, but 200 million, over 200 plus million later, I have a strong feeling that this is going to be very, very anticlimactic. A very strong feeling. Oh, they're back. And maybe they can look around and try and figure out how this place burnt down because it's all stone. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be very, very happy to finish this one off. Yeah, it's just so strange, man.
I will destroy you if I must.
So somebody's gotta die here. That's the only way this can go.
Listen to me. All of this death, everything that happened here, all because you didn't want me to become a Jedi. I didn't do this. Soul lied to you. He blamed me. Soul never blamed you. He tried to teach me to accept that someone that I love could be capable of this level of destruction.
I think we're forgetting the entire fact that the witch mother told her to kill her sister, and that the Jedi are like relentless and don't hold back or whatever. It's trying to blur the lines of good and evil, trying to make the Jedi out to be unjustified in their actions and make them bad and shouldn't have the power that they have and all of this shit. It's wild. This show is just garbage. The fight scenes, they don't even use the Force. The combat is just terrible. It's so inconsistent in what they're trying to display and the characters they're trying to show. I swear May and Osha both have bipolar disorder and switch back and forth from being or wanting to be good and evil. It's just a therapy session for Leslie Headland. Really poorly written fan fiction. And these cuts are just brutal. Well, what are you waiting for? Oh my god, man. Oh my god. Soul dies, I know that for a fact.
Your lives. I believe she used
Yeah, and this is the thing that makes Anakin not as special as he is in the entire story of Star Wars, because now he's not the only one who was created through a vergence in the Force. It takes away the whole, he's the chosen one. The vergence in the Force was supposed to be special, specifically towards him. We have this exact same thing coming out here in the Acolyte. I mean, Kymir literally just said, strike him down and your journey will be complete. I don't know what else to say. From dialogue to pretty much almost everything. It's just, they can't be original, and whatever is original is just garbage.
Because I love.
This is just so incredibly lame. And that, yeah, that's another thing as well. Just so stupid. Bleeding the crystal red like that instantly. The show tries to have its cake and eat it at the same time. Gotta love how people just conveniently disappear. People just conveniently disappearing, coming and going as they please, and it's just okay. Oh my fucking god, it's such a cop-out. Doesn't have to give any explanation, doesn't have to do anything, they don't have to address it, he just fucking vanishes, and they just go, well, alrighty then, I guess we'll just continue on, even though this guy murdered, like, 18 different Jedi now by this point, and Osha and May are now on the run. They're now on the run after Osha killed Soul. She's allowed all of this destruction to happen directly under her command of the Jedi. What a awful leader. She should be fired immediately or thrown in prison for treason or something, dude.
If I can find you, so can the Jedi.
Stop helping them, Kymir. The fact that Basil is still on the screen is just mind-blowing to me. This is the finest group of Jedi they could find. Each and every one of them are bad, very bad individuals. Osha killed Soul, choked him to death with the Force. May burnt down her entire village home and killed all of her parents, all 50 of her mothers, or whatever the fuck. And Kymir is just, he's a Sith Lord assassin. They literally reused an entire episode twice. Where did the money go? Wow, what a garbage fucking show. What a, yeah, I'm done. I'm not even watching this. Oh yeah, and by the way, at the very end, this is at the very end. At the very end, after she lies about Soul being a bad guy, she throws all of those Jedi who die under the bus for nothing. Ki-Adi-Mundi, all of these higher up Jedi who just sat there running around chasing after them doing fuck all. hiding the fact that there are Sith out there practicing against them, hides it, and she goes and talks to Yoda. They tease Yoda for season 2, and she's sitting there lying through her teeth as if Yoda isn't gonna know. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Get out of here. Get out of here with this garbage. Overall thoughts, what a dumpster fire, terrible show. All right, final thoughts and ranking. It's going, we already knew this, but I'm going to explain how the ranking works. It's going to start at 50% flat. If there are more pros in your movie than there are cons, then it'll go up the list. If there are more cons than there are pros in your movie or show, then it will go down the list. In this case, the only pro in this entire TV show was the fact that we got a Jedi Wookiee. I think that was the coolest part, so that bumps it up to about a 59. But then you consider literally everything else. Bipolar Mayanosha, fan films and movies are better than this. This thing cost $230 million. They threw Soul under the bus in order to keep 3 terrible people. By the way, each and every one of them murdered people in their own way. All terrible people. Like I said, it's dropping all the way down. This is going to be the resting spot for the Acolyte. Cut and dry, that is it for the Acolyte. Very happy to get that one out of the way. We got a lot to go still.